Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to my YouTube channel, Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabriel. We're going to do a weekly card reading for Aquarius. It's probably more likely going to be mid-August to the end of August, given that it's a little bit late now. But this is for Aquarius. It's a general reading. Please take what resonates for your situation. Don't force anything. If you'd like a personal reading, my details are in the description box, along with the cards that I use and my book, The Power of Soul Loving. There's some information there for you as well. Let's see what Spirit has in store for you in terms of guidance on how to manage the events, your energy, and how to make the best possible choices. All right, Aquarius, let's get into your reading. So Aquarius, we're asking Spirit to give us some guidance around the events and energies coming up for you in mid-August. So thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Aquarius at this time. All right, Aquarius. So we're starting out with the King of Pentacles energy, which is very grounded, wise energy. You have a lot of experience in life, and it might be that you have been able to identify how to bring, you know, that financial security or abundance in your life. You certainly are happy with your lot, whatever that may be in life, and you are ready to give back. You're ready to focus your life on giving to others, to contributing to others in your life. You're quite clear about your purpose. You know what? In recent times, you've had to come to that realization after some contentious energy around you that has contributed to you feeling trapped. However, you've realized a lot of that has been within your own mind and the way you've been seeing things for such a long time. And I feel that you are ready to let that go now, Aquarius. You've had this beautiful awareness that, you know, they say the wisdom of experience and age sometimes can bring these awarenesses to us. So this is your energy now, which is really wonderful. And you're feeling grounded after such a long period of time of having quite likely some turmoil and that sort of experience of never quite getting there or hitting the mark. And this is the way your energy has been in the past, but you're letting this go. You're realizing that you have held yourself back. You have probably been a master of self-sabotage, I'd say, but you're finally letting yourself free. You've got this experience of the Nine of Cups where you are releasing all of that and emotionally feeling this incredible relief from this shift in your energy and this different belief, and not just your mindset, but you've changed your energy as a result of changing your beliefs and your perspective. And this is now helping you to feel emotionally free, which is the opposite of all of this that you've been feeling trapped for so many years, it feels. And now that you've found that way forward, you are going to experience, you know, the abundance, the connections, a whole new focus in your life where you're now seeing through a different lens. You are seeing, you know, the blessings and the joys in life that were probably there before, but you weren't seeing it. This has kept you blind for so many years, feeling cranky with the world, cranky with yourself, and not seeing the opportunities and blessings. And it's not that you have to have money in your life to feel blessed and abundant, and now you know that. And this is going to be your experience going forward. It feels like such a milestone has been achieved, and you are feeling so illuminated and so lifted. Your energy is so lifted, Aquarius. And, you know, all of the argy-bargy nonsense that's been around you before, it's not even bothering you anymore. These are, you know, typically conflicting goals, people having different opinions, being at odds with each other, I feel that perhaps that energy was around you a lot, that maybe you attracted that energy and that's what you saw. But I'm sensing that that's gone, that that's something that's no longer going to be affecting your energy. It's like your energy has shifted, your energy field, your energy boundaries has shifted. So amazing. Thank you, Spirit, for this. So let's see what else is coming up for you, Aquarius, with this incredible energy shift for you. So, Aquarius, you are having such an awareness of sort of this moment of enlightenment that is completely changing energetically how you are responding to your world now and how you are interpreting your world. You really are seeing things through a different lens now. And so the Temperance card lets us know that you are starting now to see balance being restored into your life. And this is sort of like the divine is there assisting you with this awareness. It's like you are in tune, you and the divine, you and the angels are working together as this energy is shifting in your life. You've just gone to this completely new level, this completely new upgrade in terms of your energy focus. So don't be surprised, Aquarius, in the latter half of August that you're feeling like you just need to retreat a little bit, to conserve your energy and to rest and just to rejuvenate. Because, you know, when we're talking about energetic change, it does require a lot of energy. There's physical shifts going on for you and emotional shifts at a deep level. And so, it's so important to take time to restore your energy and to rejuvenate. Interesting, the Four of Cups card here. When we're going through change, and let's just say, sometimes change is uncomfortable, even though we know that we are experiencing something very positive. In some ways, it's unsettling because we're going from what we have always known, and we somewhat identify ourselves with the energy that we've always known. And that's why we often hear about people, don't like to change because they'd rather continue to do what they know than face something they don't know. The unknown is scary. However, you realise that that's a furphy and you're moving on. But during this period of change, it's tiring, so you need to take time to rest. And also sometimes it can be emotionally unsettling. So for a moment in time, we have the Four of Cups here where you're feeling a little emotionally unsettled, perhaps a little emotionally needy, needing the comforts, feeling a little bit empty. You know what? Don't read too much into it. Just go with it. Everything will even itself out. We know that. We've got the Temperance card here, which, balance is being restored and the divine is watching over you, so please don't fret over it. And I just want to point out that in this particular card, you've got this huge cup here of abundance, love, compassion. This is right next to you. So you are never without love, and fulfillment, emotional fulfillment is there. It's just that we sometimes get so caught up in our feelings and we convince ourselves that we're in a place of lack, i.e. these empty bowls, when truly we're not. Again, it's part of that lesson and that transformation that's taking place when you realise it's all about the lens through which you're seeing life and yourself. And you can easily turn around and see this amazing abundance here. It's just part of the growth, part of the soul lesson. Now we have the Death and Rebirth card. It's actually no surprise here because you are going through this transformation. You are suddenly morphing on the inside spiritually. You're going through this upgrade, and everything that you are now seeing is somehow enlightened. And it's just amazing. The energy and the awareness is transforming you from the inside out. And that's why this card is saying death and rebirth, because, you know, when you go through something like this, Aquarius, it is transformation that's for the permanent. Now, I'm just going to say, every one of us has choice. We can block the energy, we can pretend, we can refuse, we can resist the change, and then the outcome is completely different. So one Aquarian may go, no, I don't like this, I'd rather stay with what I know. The outcome for that person is very different to the person who says, yes, please, I want to break away from this and have freedom and choose to see things differently. Then, of course, the outcome is going to be different for that person. So we always have a choice. Spirit gives us the vision of what is possible. So I always say, these readings are not prescriptive. They are showing you what is possible. So going on, yes, it does require courage, determination, but like we have here with the lion energy in the strength card, but it also requires a lot of self-love and a lot of compassion. So, you know, if you are having a wobble moment, that's okay. Love yourself anyway and keep going. You know, that's important. You've got to develop that skill to love yourself, as well as to have courage to go into unknown territory. Okay? You can do this. Let's keep going. This is a wonderful opportunity for you, Aquarius. I'm starting to see in a lot of the readings that significant spiritual change and upgrades are happening for people at the end of August. It's really amazing, truly quite deep. So that your lives are transformed for the better. That's what it's all about. We've got to be willing to be on that journey. Nobody says it's easy, but the rewards are amazing. Thank you, Spirit. Yes, the rewards are amazing. Oh, look at that. Ace of Cups. That's your reward. So much love. So much connection with Spirit. You're connecting with your heart. You are connecting with your purpose here in life. And you're realizing you've got so much love to give yourself, which is very healing for you. Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Aquarius. So, how are we tracking here? So far, this journey is one of an inner transformation. And you are coming to terms with what this feels like. A little bit bumpy along the way because it's new. Then you have this incredible connection and focus and repurpose. And then we're connecting with the heart. So beautiful. And so I kind of feel life suddenly begins new. This has come up in another reading, the Page of Pentacles. It's like new beginnings. Start small and we work our way up. So what this card is telling me in your reading, the page is a new energy. It's trying something in unfamiliar territory. So we feel a little bit out of balance. You know, we're not 100% sure of our footing. But your world is going to be changing. Now, this is the Pentacles, which is your physical experience and the way you engage with the world. When you go through such an internal transformation, we are connected in our body, our mind, our body, our emotions, our physicality. It's all connected with our spiritual journey as well. So whatever happens to us in one area affects another area. If we are going through spiritual transformation, yes, it affects us emotionally, but it also affects our physical world and what we manifest. So your physical world is changing and you're starting afresh, but you're excited about it. You're thinking about what you want to grow, where you want to focus, what your projects are going to be. So as you bravely go forward and into unknown territory, you have a go. Good on you. And then you get the Ace of Swords here. Clarity. Incredible clarity and the ability to plan and strategize going forward. Your energy is high vibration. So you are not only receiving spiritual guidance, sometimes I just need to say, some of us may not realize we are getting spiritual guidance. If it's not a familiar language to you, you may not realize, but it's those moments when you have incredible clarity, that everything seems to connect and fit together, and you have these ideas, and then this equals that, and everything goes together. You suddenly can see the bigger picture. You understand how to problem solve things. Your energy, because your energy is high vibration, you'll notice that the things in your physical world start to flow. Doors open, opportunities arise. This clarity, the Ace of Swords, also enables you to be really articulate in the way you can communicate your ideas, language it. It also helps you to have a sixth sense almost about how other people are thinking. You're sort of able to build that rapport more quickly because you have clarity. Now that wouldn't be possible if you were still caught up in this energy. So in the days and years gone by, if this was your regular habit or regular way of interacting with your world, it would have been quite difficult for you to feel very clear about your future. But your energy has shifted and you are almost having, you are having a rebirth. There's a new you, Aquarius. Amazing. And so, as doors open and you have realizations about what things are meaning, the way you're seeing the world, you are getting now. Instead of things feeling like a puzzle to you, you are understanding things. And so now your ability to choose is about, do you go for short-term gain or long-term gain? You're weighing up your options. You're attempting to create the balance and achieve the balance as we have here, okay? But now you're a bit more discerning because you realize that not everything is equal in life. And so now you're going, okay, do I put my energy towards things that are more low vibration and going to meet my immediate needs? Or do I practice the skill of being able to delay the gratification and plan for the long term? These are the things that are now on your mind. And of course, with new beginnings, it always makes sense to collaborate with those who are like-minded and willing to be on your team. And there are people you suddenly realize, instead of feeling defensive and alone, which this energy is, you are now recognizing that everybody has a part to play. And that's powerful realization, because now you can create together and you can build together. And together, whoever your A-team are, and I say A-team as in people who support you, are like-minded, are there for you in the highs and the lows. Together, that energy and that collaboration, whoever that may be, is helping you to build, to create, to inspire, to live your purpose. Don't you love it? Okay, thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Aquarius in this time? That's interesting. So as part of this transformation process, and wherever you are in the journey at the minute, Aquarius, at some point you had to make a decision. So we can see the flow of things happening for you. At one point though, you had to recognize what wasn't fulfilling in your life. So the Eight of Cups is feeling, noticing, observing those areas of your life that were no longer serving you and not giving you that fulfillment. And, you were putting your energy but not getting anything in return. So you've decided that there's no point to put your energy in that place, wherever that place was in your life. And you're moving away from that and deliberately choosing, and this is the power of choice and of free will. You are deliberately choosing to move towards your purpose and the light. So you're moving away from where you were putting your energy towards the light. Because now you don't have anything holding you back. You no longer have those mental strongholds. You're free to walk. You're free to go in any direction that you choose, Aquarius. And that is part of this beautiful awareness that you're having. You're free. Because you've set yourself free. You are mentally and emotionally free now, Aquarius. This is such a powerful revelation for you. And without anything holding you, you understand now, understand the freedom of choice, the freedom to follow your heart, to go towards your purpose, to let go of mental strongholds. You're free to walk, move, do, and be. At any time you are free. And so, rather than being defensive, your energy is shifting to having a voice, feeling powerful, setting your boundaries. You're doing it now. The positive aspect of this card is that you are doing those things, setting your boundaries and having a voice and deciding what is okay in your life and what isn't. The shadow side of this is being defensive and resisting changes, which is what I was referring to before. We always have a choice, okay? Low energy means we resist change and we put up the fence and the wall. High vibrational energy is I'm standing my ground, setting boundaries that are healthy and focusing on my purpose. That's the high vibrational interpretation of this card. So do you see now how it's always in the way that we see things and the way we choose? You are the magician. You are recognizing it is totally within your power to change your reality. It is totally within your choice as to how you see the world and what is available to you, that you can create whatever you set your intention and your heart to do. And that is what the magician does. Powerful revelations going on here. I love it. All right. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to pull some cards from the Wisdom of Avalon deck for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. My goodness, I hope as many of you as possible can see this reading. This is really beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. We have the forgiveness card. So certainly if we find ourselves struggling with the area of forgiveness, that is definitely a blockage. So in what areas of your life, Aquarius, do you feel that you need to forgive? And certainly, I do believe it begins with ourself, which, let me just say that forgiveness is an act of love. It is not condoning poor behaviour or self-judgment. Forgiveness is loving yourself for the journey and seeing the change in yourself and seeing how much you have grown and loving that we are all here in the same space doing the same thing. Have compassion for yourself, Aquarius. And when we have compassion for ourselves, we have loads of compassion for others. And no longer do we see through a lens of judgment, which is this. This is, very harsh self-judgment. Looking into that mirror there and seeing the worst of a situation, the worst of ourselves. Forgiveness is loving and accepting ourselves. So, just checking the book here. Search your heart, Aquarius, for any unresolved anger or disagreements between you and another at this moment. If you're still hurt or angry about somebody else's behaviour, or if there are any circumstances in your life that you resent at the moment, this is perfect time for you to release that negative energy around those particular situations. Release and let go so you can have this transformation. Resisting will only impede your growth and draw more unwanted experiences to you. We are a magnet to both the positive and the negative in our life, Aquarius. Resentment and anger are emotions that actually bind you and hook you to suffering, and we keep it alive inside of us, and it drains our life force and our inner light if we hold on to resentment and negative emotions that are focused towards someone else or ourselves. Peace can only come through forgiveness, when you release all that binds you to negativity. So it's about forgiving yourself and to not place unrealistic expectations on yourself, Aquarius. That's incredibly harsh judgment, self-judgment, And when we do that, we self-sabotage. We block the beautiful change and the abundance available to us. Now's the time to look at the world and see how the lack of forgiveness, it feeds turmoil in this world and it feeds suffering. When we are listening to our friends or colleagues talk negatively about other people, do you see peace within those people when they're complaining and carrying on about someone else? No, you just see harshness and anger and energy that certainly is not peaceful within them. So this energy feeds off it. Forgiveness is the key to freedom, to peace, and it always starts with you. Wow. Very much a reading about energy and your realization of the power you have over your own energy, Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, this is lovely. We have the Bard. It's all about music and poetry and the enchantment of storytelling. I wonder why that's come up in your reading. Let's have a look. Storytelling. This card represents music, storytelling, and the passing of truths, myths, and legends from generation to generation through the spoken word or song. In ancient Avalon, the traditions and stories of the people were gathered on leaves that served as letters in a living alphabet and were tended in vast, long houses. Here the druids and priestesses came to read and weave the stories of magic and the sacred relationship to the god, goddess, and the mystery. Those schooled in the art of music and storytelling were given the task of informing their world and keeping the stories of their culture alive. They were given the name of Bard. When the Bard appears, you're asked to seek answers in your personal history. Go back into your own story and find the threads of the patterns in your reality and trace their length to the present. You may recall at the beginning of the reading, I felt that you had been suffering from this self-sabotage and negative thinking for a long time, many years. So Spirit is saying, in order to understand the pattern of behaviour, and you kind of do need to understand it in order to change it, because if we experience change without understanding how or why, maybe the change won't last, So, go back in time and understand your history, your story, where the patterns of your thinking and your behaviour started. Perhaps you'll be surprised by how much of your past or that of your ancestors still has an influence on you today. When the Bard appears, he asks you to retrieve the stories woven in the past. There's something to be learnt there, Aquarius, something that's important and relevant to your transformation today. So it may be that You know, your future is going to depend on you understanding the seeds that were in the soil of the past, as they say. So don't be afraid to go back and understand why you are the way you are and the way you used to think, because that's going to impact your ability to transform well, you know. Beautiful. Sometimes our past history can be triggered by music, by storytelling. So maybe that's something that will be helpful to you to help you remember things of the past. Wow. Wow. A very, very interesting reading for you, Aquarius. Okay, I'm going to pull a final card from the Mary Magdalene deck for you. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Aquarius for mid to late March. March, why did I say March? Wow. August, mid to late August. Where the heck did that come from? August, mid to late August. Hello. Oh, liberation. How appropriate is that? Okay. Here we go, liberation. Okay. So, Aquarius, it's possible that recently someone hurt you or disappointed you. And, you know, it had quite an impact on you. But what Spirit would like you to know is that quite likely this has been a mirror for the own hurt and disappointment that you've held inside you for quite some time. Quite often the people in our life can trigger things in us. They can say something or do something and it can really hurt. And it truly isn't so much about that person, but rather something that's unhealed within you. So they become the mirror or the opportunity, let's say, for you to learn something. We are continuously, day in and day out, having soul lessons. When someone else pokes us, and they may not even realize they're poking us, and we can feel the sting of something they've said or done, and they would have no idea. This is when Spirit is saying you need to take a look at what's going on inside of you that hasn't been resolved or healed. All the events in your life, whether you see them as good or bad, they truly are acts of love because they're teaching us. They're teaching us. The hurt or disappointment that you feel is an opportunity for you to examine what you don't love about yourself. It's safe for you to open your heart, Spirit is saying. Love yourself as you are and stop placing unrealistic expectations on yourself. Yeah, I really feel that there's been quite a significant habit of self-judgment and self-criticism for many years. And that's not an act of love. And that's why it actually affected the way you were seeing other people, seeing the lack of abundance in your life, was purely because of the lens that you were looking through, and because you didn't have the love and forgiveness for yourself, and you're still carrying wounds from the past, which is why you have to look back in your story. And this was affecting you. And when that happens, it's the opposite. Liberation, you know, this is being bound, tied up, restricted, which is the opposite of liberation. Setting yourself free, which is all about love for yourself and not having expectations on yourself, but having a great deal of self-acceptance. You know, it's not about being perfect and getting things right all the time. It's about love and about accepting that you're on a journey, learning here. And it's only through self-acceptance and self-love that we truly are free. And this is how it is now transforming you in your life. Aquarius, that is your read for mid to late August. I hope you have enjoyed that reading, Aquarius. You are on a beautiful journey here. Please watch it a few times so that you can soak in the wisdom that's being shared with you. Remember, you can always let me know if you like the video, and if it's been helpful to you, leave me a comment. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, now's the exact time to do it, so click the notification bell. Don't forget, you've got the love readings on my playlists, and we've got the general monthly readings as well, so you can check those out. Take care of yourself, Aquarius, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.